Welcome everyone to my Gliscor Ultra Premier Spotlight, and pardon me for my voice, I have a terrible cold. So here I'm running Gliscor with Wing Attack, Night Slash and Earthquake, Aboma Snow with Powder Snow, Weather Ball and Energy Ball, and Shadow Snorlax Safe Swap with Lick, Body Slam and Superpower. So let's get into our battles. So here I am facing a Charizard lead, and this is a Dragon Breath Charizard, which is kinda worse for Gliscor. But here I go for a Night Slash, and I dip to my Snorlax to catch the Dragon Claw, but here I am too late, but I do beat out the fighter. So you're going to see that throughout the whole sets that I play, I safe swap Snorlax even though I have either a neutral lead or kind of a positive lead, but not very positive lead, just to bait out the fighter so that my Abomasnow can sweep whatever it is in the back. Here I am going to come into my Gliscor and try to wing attack his Machamp down. I am not going to shield, and it is a heavy slam, which is bad for your Machamp. So here he swaps out into his Charizard, which is pretty bad for me because he has his Machamp left. I have to shield here because I need his Charizard gone. I go for a Night Slash, hoping for a boost, but even at this point, a boost will not help me. So here I swap into my Abomasnow to farm down his Charizard. I know he will not get to a Blast Burn, and I get off a Weather Ball on the Machamp. He doesn't shield, his Machamp goes down, and he has a Venusaur, and I have an Abomasnow with a shield up. So it's good game. And he concedes the match. Game number 2, I am facing a Machamp lead. Now this is the best possible lead for me because Machamp is going to give me a lot of trouble. But here I build up energy and catch a Hydro Cannon all on my Abomasnow because this Abomasnow is almost useless versus a Machamp without energy. They do sneak in a waterfall, but I land the energy ball and I will have to shield because this drill peck is going to almost KO my Abomasnow. Now here I am going to build up and go for an energy ball again. I contemplated on baiting here. He lets it go. I am down a shield, but Gliscor is so good against Machamp, you're going to see. So here he farms down my Abomasnow with his Talonflame. I come back with my Snorlax. Now I am in a bad position here. I am not going to shield, thinking this is a flame charge. It turns out to be a flame charge. Now I go for a body slam to get shields. Now I am sacking my Snorlax because my Snorlax is pretty useless, and he did throw his energy right here. So he goes for another flame charge, and now at this point he is +2 boosted. I am going to go for a Night Slash. He shields. I am going to go for another Night Slash. Between I am timing my fast move so that he doesn't get any extra charge move or he doesn't switch. So here I am going to shield. Now flame charges are doing a ton of damage, and here his Machamp gets off a cross chop and I lose this match. So very well played on my opponent's end. Game number 3, I have a Dragonite lead. Again, I am going to build up to a Night Slash, throw for the boost. If I get the boost, I will stay in. If I don't get the boost, I will swap out to my Snorlax. Now I stay here too long. Now this is one of my first sets, so here I haven't really gotten to know that I have to switch because he might have a fighter in the back. So now I switch, but he will get to a Dragon Claw. I let go. I lick him down. Now I have an energy advantage, but if here is the fighter. So this is pretty bad for me. So I go for a body slam bait in hopes of landing a superpower afterwards. He does shield, and I barely get off a superpower. Now if he doesn't shield this, his Escavalier is going to go to red. Now using a team like this is your opponent doesn't know what you have in the back, right? So this is very positive for you. So now I am going to come and try to wing attack him down. I am not going to shield because my Gliscor is pretty useless at this point, and I'm going to come shield my Abominable Snow and fast move him down for as much energy as possible. I do take quite a bit of energy. Now he has Empoleon in the back. I am trying to time my fast moves again so that he doesn't get off an extra charge move. Extra fast move, I'm sorry. So here I am going to try to bait because this is my only win con. Otherwise he is going to outpace me. And I do get off the bait and land the energy ball for the KO. Again, I am facing a Dragonite lead, which is pretty neutral. Again, at this point, I haven't really... Again, I try to switch because I think this may be the same team that I faced before. So here, I don't shield the Drill Run. My Snorlax barely lives, and I go for a Body Slam. He shields, and I get off another Body Slam. Now this Body Slam is not going to KO, but it's going to do quite a lot of damage considering it's a Body Slam. Now whatever Escavalier has is resisted by Gliscor unless it's Aerial Ace. So I don't shield, and it happens to be an Aerial Ace set. So he swaps into his Dragonite. Now I have to shield this because I need my Gliscor alive for his Escavalier. I switch into my Abominable Snow and I am going to try to farm him down. This Dragon Claw is not going to KO. Powder Snows are doing a lot of damage. Now I am going to go for a Weather Ball. At this range, Weather Ball is going to KO or nearly KO. He shields. I go for another, but they do sneak in two counters between. This is very bad for me. I do take out his Gliscor and he has Ampharos in the back. So I should have gone for Energy Ball here, but I thought I am going to go for two Weather Balls unless he throws. And he throws. So I could have gone for Energy Ball to do more damage, but that way he might have farmed me down. My Gliscor has so much energy that I am going to go for Earthquake and take him down. This time I am facing a Poliwrath lead. Now I do not know how to face a Poliwrath, so I try to switch into my Snorlax and catch an Ice Punch. I do catch the Ice Punch. This is very good for me because both of my mons, Gliscor and Abominable Snow, are weak to Poliwrath. He goes for a Dynamic Punch and it doesn't KO my Snorlax. I go for a Body Slam. He shields. He's going to try to farm me down at this point, but Snorlax is so tanky that he has to throw his charge move. So I let this go. At this point I'm up a shield, so I am going to try to farm him down or get off a Night Slash boost. So here I go for a Night Slash, which is a bad play on my part because I should have gone for the farm down because this is not going to KO and I am going to have to shield regardless. So I do catch the Ice Punch on my Abominable Snow, but he has a Fire Spin Charizard in the back. Now the good thing about XL Abominable Snow is it gets to two Weather Balls and the second Weather Ball will KO Charizard. So the Charizard has to shield the second Weather Ball. And it barely doesn't KO, but he has a lot of energy. I have to shield this, I have to respect the blast burn. He goes for an overheat, and I wing attack him down. Now he has a Venusaur. Now with Venusaur, you have to land an Earthquake to KO. So either you bait or you go straight Earthquake, and he doesn't shield the Earthquake. So my opponent probably didn't know what my Gliscor's moveset were, and he probably thought I was baiting, and I get the win because of that. Well played. I go 4-1. I am again facing a Machamp lead. This is very positive for my team because you would want to face fighters in the lead. So here I do sneak in a wing attack. I am not going to throw. I am not going to CMP tie in hopes for sneaking in wing attacks. I go for an Earthquake to KO, and he doesn't shield, and I take the lead. Now here he switches into his Empoleon. I do need to bait, or I do need to charge up to 2 superpowers and throw. So here I am probably going to bait. They don't sneak in a waterfall, which is very good for me. I get the bait and I go for superpower. My opponent doesn't shield and it takes him out. Now he has a Roserade, which is pretty bad for me because Weather Ball is going to do a ton of damage to my Abomasnow. So I come into my Gliscor and I find out that it is a Poison Jab Roserade. And I get baited by the Weather Ball. So I haven't really faced Poison Jab that much recently, so I don't really know the counts for the Poison Jab. Now I do not shield this, and he goes, and it is another Weather Ball. I am going to go for a Night Slash and then dip to my Abomasnow. He doesn't shield, and I do get the boost, but I was afraid of him farming me down, and I take him out. Again, I am facing another Dragonite lead, so here I instantly swap into my Snorlax, hoping he would swap out, but he doesn't. Because he probably knows that Dragonite has a good matchup versus Snorlax, so he stays in. I go for a Body Slam. Dragonite in the Ultra League is pretty frail, so he shields it up. I don't shield his Dragon Claw and sacrifice my Snorlax. Now I am going to come with my Abomasnow and try to farm his Dragonite down. He swaps into a Lapras, which is very good because Gliscor is extremely weak to ice shards. I go for an Energy Ball and my opponent shields it up. So I am in a pretty bad situation, but I am up shields. So I think this is a Skull Bash, and it is a Skull Bash. I'm sorry, my Abomas. I think my opponent lagged out there, but I'm not really sure what happened. So I don't really know the counts at this point, how many ice shards he got off. And I have to throw the Weather Ball to take out his Dragonite, or he's going to do a lot of damage to my Abomasnow. He goes into his Lapras, and I go for an Energy Ball. This Energy Ball is going to take it out. I instantly swap into my Gliscor, and he has a Roserade in the back. So here I can tank anything from the Roserade apart from Solar Beam, I think, and it turns out to be a Sludge Bomb. And I go for a BM Earthquake, but I don't know, I'm probably lagging right here. And I get off an Earthquake and take out his Roserade. I am facing a Swampert lead, which is very bad for Gliscor. So I swap into my Snorlax and he swaps into the Venusaur. Now the good thing about Shadow Snorlax is it actually takes out Venusaur with a bit of energy, because licks are doing a lot more damage than the regular Snorlax. So this is one of the reasons I am using Shadow Snorlax instead of a normal Snorlax. I get off a Body Slam, and he doesn't shield. So here I can survive a Frenzy Plant, but I am going to get very low. And I go for another Body Slam. And he shields it up. Now this is very bad for me, but I am up a shield. So he gives up switch, and here I am trying to switch to my Abomasnow, and my game is stuck at this point. Again, I am switching to my data, I'm trying to switch to my Wi-Fi and trying to reset it, and my Gliscor goes down. So I have no idea what the count is or how many mud shots that Swampert has, and he happens to have a Togekiss in the back. So normally at this point I was so pissed that I was going to quit the match, but after seeing the Togekiss I stay in. I go for a Weather Ball. I should have charged a bit more, and he comes back into his Swampert. I let this go thinking it's going to be a Hydro Cannon. It is. I am very low, and I get off an Energy Ball and take out his Swampert. And with 2 Powder Snows, I take out his Venusaur with 1 HP left. I should have just shielded that Hydro Cannon to be safe. Dragonite lead again. This is looking to be a very common occurrence. Add Dragonite into an Escavalier, so this may be a very popular team, or any YouTuber might have featured this team. So here I played it differently. I go straight Superpower and he doesn't shield. So here I am going to farm him down with my Gliscor. Even if he has Aerialis, I am not going to shield. I wing attack him down. Now my Gliscor has a lot of energy, and he goes into Empoleon. So here I try to bait with a Night Slash, and I do get the shield. This is huge for me because he has Empoleon and a Dragonite, and my Abomasnow is up a shield. So I am going to go for an Energy Ball, trying to deny as much fast moves as possible, and trying to sneak in Powder Snows, but again my opponent is very good at throwing, so I am not sneaking in any extra fast moves at this point. So I go for Energy Ball again. It doesn't KO. A Drill Peck is going to do a lot of damage, and I switch into my Gliscor and catch the Drill Peck. It doesn't KO, and I get off a Night Slash. This is huge for me because now I can come back into my Abomasnow and farm him down. I go for a Weather Ball. That's why overcharging is so good. I take out his Dragonite, and I Powder Snow down his Empoleon. I am facing a Venusaur lead. Now here what I like to do is instantly swap into my Snorlax to again bait out the fighter or anything that might be harmful for my Abomasnow. Now here he does swap into a Gyarados, and this is actually a really positive match for Snorlax. Now he farmed out a lot of energy, so I am going to shield, and it turns out to be an outrage. I am going to land the Body Slam right now. He doesn't shield this, and I can lick him down at this point. Martu will be proud. I go for a Body Slam on his Venusaur. He shields it up, and I am going to try to do as much damage as possible to that Venusaur, and he goes for a Frenzy Plant and takes out my Venusaur. This is good because now I can come back with my Abomasnow, farm a lot, but I do make a mistake and I CMP die with that Venusaur. So now I have to take it out. And I got rid of the shield. But he has a Swampert in the back. Abomasnow is so strong because it can beat the Venusaur Swampert core. I go for Energy Ball, one shot that Swampert, and my opponent concedes the match. I am facing a Venusaur again. So again, I am trying to play it safe and swap into my Snorlax. I can win this match because it's a Shadow. And I go for a Body Slam. He doesn't shield. I get his very low, so I am thinking of shielding and licking him down, or winning or KOing him with Body Slam, and he doesn't shield. So he has a Crobat in the back, which is, I have never actually faced a Crobat before. So I go for a Body Slam, and he shields and air slashes me down. So this is very bad for me. So even though Abomasnow is better versus Crobat, I go into my Gliscor to tank as much damage as possible and now swap into my Abomasnow. Because if he had a fighter, he would have already swapped it on the Snorlax. So I am confident that he doesn't have a fighter in the back. I am going to shield up the Sludge Bomb. I think it has Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, and something else. Now he does have a Snorlax in the back, which is pretty bad because Snorlax is very good versus Abomasnow and Gliscor, and one superpower is going to take me out. So here I should have farmed out more, but I am thinking that his superpower is going to one-shot me. And he goes for a superpower and it takes out my Abomasnow. But he's debuffed, so I should have farmed a bit more, but I want his Snorlax gone as fast as possible. So I get the boost and I am going to get off a Night Slash and KO his Crobat. Good game. I get an Executor lead. I have faced very few Executors in my life, so I go for a Night Slash and I will probably dip into my Snorlax. All three of my mons actually beat Executor. Now he has a lot of energy. I am thinking this may be a Psychic, but he baits me with a Seed Bomb and he swaps out into his Swampert, which is very huge for me. Abomasnow can tank a Sludge Wave, so I don't shield. It turns out to be a Hydro Cannon. I throw two Powder Snows and go for an Energy Ball. And I take him out. And he happens to have an Aggron in the back. At this point, I have never faced an Aggron in Ultra League. So I am pretty shaken by what to do. He takes out my Abomasnow, but again I get off a Weather Ball. IVs matter. This Abomasnow is around level 47, 47.5. So knowing my Snorlax has better matchup versus his Executor, I go into my Gliscor and I am trying to do as much damage to that Aggron as possible. This Night Slash is going to take him out. Now I instantly swap into my Snorlax. Now anything that Executor throws should not KO unless it's a Solar Beam. And even then I don't think it one-shots Snorlax. At this point, nothing will KO my Snorlax. And I lick him down. Nice. I am facing a Charizard lead. So I instantly swap into my Snorlax and I happen to find out it's a Wing Attack Charizard. Now he swaps into a Chestnut. Now Chestnut has been on my radar and I really want to use it. It has very good stats for Ultra League. So here I am trying to bait out his shields because Gliscor has a very good matchup versus Chestnut. Now this is probably going to be a superpower. It is, and it almost takes me out. So now I am going to swap into my Gliscor to tank as much damage as possible, because my Abomasnow isn't as bad versus a wing attack Charizard. It might still lose, but it's really not that bad. So here he has a Lapras in the back. So this is very bad for me. I need this Charizard gone. I go for a Weather Ball and he shields. I have to shield this. I have to respect the Blast Burn, and he baits me with a Dragon Claw. This is too soon to be a Blast Burn, and I incorrectly shield the Dragon Claw. I am lagging. He shields it up. Now I am trying to switch to my Gliscor, but he gets off another move, which is again a Dragon Claw, and I get off a Weather Ball and swap into my Gliscor. I am trying to land the Earthquake, but he gets off a Surf. It's going to take my Gliscor out, and he's going to get off another Surf and take out my Abomasnow. So there I had to land the Earthquake and then the Energy Ball to KO that Lapras to win. Again, I am facing a Machamp, which is very good for my team. I am not going to shield because this is not a Shadow Machamp. And he gets off a Cross Chop, and he swaps into the Snorlax, and I go for an Earthquake. He doesn't shield, and I swap into my own Snorlax, hoping to catch a Body Slam, and I do. I am going to farm and try to land Body Slams because both my backline is weak to Machamp. So here I am going to try to farm him down, and I don't think Superpower KOs me at this point. So I am trying to lick him down, and I do lick him down. But my Snorlax has a lot of HP, and I'm going to give a lot of farm to that Machamp. He doesn't shield the Body Slam, and he farms me down. Again, even a Rock Slide at this point will not KO Gliscor. So I farm him down. He has a Swampert in the back, and I swap into my Abomasnow, and my opponent concedes the match. I am facing a Clefable lead at this point, and Gliscor is pretty neutral versus Clefable, even though it might not seem it like that way. Here you need to bait a Night Slash and land the Earthquake to win. I go for a straight Earthquake and swap into my Snorlax. I am probably thinking he's either running Triple Charm or he has a Bodyguard. He does have a Bodyguard. So Snorlax is pretty good against Swampert, even though it might not seem that way. Look how much that Body Slam did to Swampert. It did like 35-40%. And Hydro Cannon is not going to KO. I am going to get off another Body Slam. And I am not going to shield and farm him down. I do not need to shield anything from that Swampert, and I luckily take him out. He comes back into his Clefable, and I go for a Weather Ball. Again, I am not timing my fast moves well, and he doesn't get off an Extra Charm. That's a relief. So I have to shield this charge move, whatever this is, probably a Meteor Mash, and I take him out. So he has Venusaur in the back. Now I think I outpace him to a Sludge Bomb. and I do outpace him because Weather Ball is 35 energy. Good game. The next set I am facing a Gengar. Again, this is my first time facing a Gengar with Gliscor. I have never used a Gliscor. And he swaps out into his Gyarados. So I swap out into my Abomasnow because Snorlax has such a great matchup versus Gengar. This is probably a crunch. I don't shield. And it happens to be an Aqua Tail. I am going to farm him down. Another Aqua Tail. I have a lot of energy. And I am going to get a lot, either both shields from that Gengar. And he throws his charge move, which is also great for me because now I am going to come back with my Snorlax and farm him down, and he has a Shadow Machamp in the back. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. I am expecting a Rock Slide. It is a Rock Slide. Now look how good Gliscor is versus Shadow Machamp. Look how much damage that those wing attacks are doing. I am going to go for a Night Slash. I am going to go for another Night Slash because at this point I just need chip damage on that Machamp. So even if this is Rock Slide, I'm okay with it. I'm going to farm him down with my Snorlax. I don't shield. And my opponent concedes the match. I am facing a Gallade, which is again very good for my team. Very good to face with Gliscor, but Snorlax is also very good versus Gallade, so it doesn't really matter. So I think I should have tried to swap there to my Snorlax to catch that Leaf Bleed and try to bait out anything that may be weak to my team. But here, as he's shielding, I am going to shield and take him down with my Gliscor. Those Confusions did a lot of damage. Now I swap into my Snorlax. I am going to go for Body Slams. Again, he cannot farm, he has to throw his energy. He has to throw 2 Hydro Cannons in order to take me out. And he goes for an Earthquake. And he's probably going to outpace me to the Hydro Cannon. But he swaps into his Venusaur, which is fantastic for me because now I know he has Earthquake and I will get a lot of damage on that Venusaur. He wasn't expecting this. This is why Snorlax is so good, because you cannot actually farm him down unless it's a fighter. So here I come back with my Abomasnow, and even if my opponent had Sludge Wave, it would still not KO Abomasnow at this health. I go for a Weather Ball and take him out. I have to be wary of the Brave Bird, but he swaps into his Swampert, again, which is very good for me. I go for an Energy Ball. I usually go for an Energy Ball. And he lands a Sludge Wave, and see, my Abomasnow actually lives off with red HP. And I one-shot his Swampert, and I get farmed down with his Surfetch. So this is kind of bad for me, because now he might bait and then go for Brave Bird. So I am wary of that, but I get the boost. So now I can go straight Night Slash and take him out. I shield again. It's a Leaf Blade. Now that I think about it, I shouldn't have shielded that. I should have just let him hit me with a Leaf Blade and kept my shields. So he has an Ampharos in the back. Now I resist everything Ampharos has unless it's Dragon Punch, Dragon Pulse. So here I go for a +2 boosted Earthquake, one shot that Ampharos, then wing attack his Surfage down. So this is a pure Gliscor sweep. I am facing a Gyarados, which is pretty bad for Gliscor. Pretty neutral actually, but Aqua Tail's hurt, so I swap into my Snorlax and bait out his Alolan Muck. And I do get off his shield, which is very good for me. Now I am going to try to do as much damage as possible to that Alolan Muck. I am not going to shield this. I am lagging. I don't know what happened there. And now I am thinking that if I land a Body Slam or Superpower, I am going to near KO him. But again, I am lagging so bad. But I do get off his shield. So now I am fine with that. I got 2 shields out of his Alolan Muck. And I am going to come with Gliscor, and I cannot farm him down. I think this was a CMP tie, which is pretty bad for me. Now I count up to 3 snarls and then throw my Night Slash. I swap into my Abomasnow and catch the Aqua Tail. I land the Weather Ball. I don't know what he has in the back. This may be a crunch, so I shield it up. It is a crunch, so I am going to farm a lot and then throw my Weather Ball to not get too low. And he has a Venusaur in the back, and it's a Razor Leaf Venusaur. I am going to outpace him to 2 Weather Balls before he gets off even 1 Frenzy Plant, and again he concedes the match. Good game. I am facing an Ampharos, which is pretty good. But even though Volt Switches are resisted, look how much damage they're doing. Because it's a Shadow Ampharos. Now he swaps into his Charizard. I go for a Night Slash. Again, I am going to stay in if I get the boost. I am going to swap if I don't. I swap out without even seeing if I got the boost. Great, well played. So even if this is a Blast Burn, it won't take me out. Turns out to be a Dragon Claw. I get off a Body Slam. He shields, so I am thinking he's going to go for a Blast Burn now. So this time I shield. And he again baits me with a Dragon Claw. What's up with this? I get off another Body Slam. And he lets it go. So he comes back with a Machamp, which is very bad for me, and I don't even get the Body Slam off. This is very bad for me. I go into my Gliscor. I shield it up thinking it's a Rock Slide. It is a Rock Slide. I am going to try to do as much damage to that Machamp as possible, but it's not looking too hard for me. Now Rock Slide at this range is going to KO Gliscor because Machamp is just so ridiculous. And he gets a cross chop on my Abomasnow. So Shadow Machamp is just so broken at this point against almost everything that it's beating Flyers even. I lose this match. So I think I go 4-1. And this was it. This was 4 sets. I may make up this video into 2 parts because it's just so long. I got 3 4 1s and 1 5-0, I think, or it might be 2 5-0s. I forgot to count, but this was just 4 sets of my Gliscor. I did change my team into an Alolan Golem team, and I have sets recorded of that, so stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe for more. If you want to see any team, just comment down below. I am going to feature it. This is Bhuman Ahmed. Stay well. Signing out.